Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. Those of you that are new to my channel, hi, my name is Maria, and today I'm going to try out a new release Chanel eyeshadow and a couple of eyeliners. I actually picked up both of the new eyeshadow quads, but today I'm just going to use one, and also the two eyeliners, and today I'm hoping I'll be able to use one of those as well. So the one that I'm going to use today is number 382, and it is the Lumieres Vibrations. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm probably not. So I'm just going to take this out of the packet so you can have a look. These shadows are made in Italy and they have an 18-month shelf life from the date of opening. And like the other Chanel quads, they come in this little pouch and the typical Chanel packaging on the outside, and there is 2 grams of product. So I'm just going to open this up so you can take a look, and then I'll do some swatches of this on my arm. So when you first, those of you that don't know or haven't seen a Chanel quad before, they have a plastic covering on the top of the shadows. I'll just take that off. They also come with 2 small brushes, and I'll tip those out so they don't fall out. And there's also always a generous size mirror as well. So these are the shades, and I think they look really, really beautiful. So I'm just going to hold it up a little bit closer so you can take a look. And I haven't swatched these yet, but looking at the shadows in the palette, there's obviously the gold. There looks to be like a really beautiful champagne colour, also sort of a neutral sort of taupey colour, and one that maybe leans, it's like a deep chocolate. So these are the shades. This is from top to bottom of the palette and from left to right. So the first one is sort of like a champagne colour, and then we have the gold colour, and this one is sort of that light brown, sort of a soft taupey colour, and this one here more of a deep chocolate. This one here is a matte, and these other 3 are more like of a satin sheen. So these shadows aren't extremely pigmented, they're very soft, but if they're like some of the other Chanel quads that I have, they are going to look really beautiful on the eyes. This is, out of the 2 quads, this is probably more of a summer type of quad, and the other one that I'll do in another video is probably more like fall, winter. But for me, no matter what a shade looks like all falls, whether it's summer or winter, I just wear them anytime. It doesn't really bother me. But some people like to know if it's more of a summer look or a winter one. And this one is definitely more of a summer type look. And as I said, I got 2 of the new eyeliners. There were quite a few new ones, but I really just wanted to get ones that I know that I'll use. So I got number 42, it's the Gris Graphite, and number 56, and that is the Khaki Metal. Now I've got about 4 other Chanel eyeliners, and I really love them. Those of you that don't know, I have oily skin, and particularly on my eyelids, it's quite oily, and I find that these eyeliners normally go on really well. They're fairly smooth, and also they don't transfer or move throughout the day. Once you've got them on, they stay put, and I really love that in an eyeliner. And these are called long-lasting eyeliners, so they do live up to that name. So this is the packaging that they come in. Those of you that haven't seen them before, they are twist up, and they also twist down as well. You do get some products where they don't twist down, but these ones do. And also on the end, you pull that out, and it is a sharpener for the eyeliner, and they do work quite well. I've used them quite a bit, and I have no issues with it. So this one is Khaki Metal, and that one is a Gris Graphite. Again, that one's number 56. This one is number 42. The Khaki Metal is like an army green type of colour that has just a hint of gold in it. And this one here is a grey with sort of a type of silver metallic finish, but both look really, really gorgeous, and I know that I'll get a lot of use out of these colours. So let's get into this eyeshadow quad. I'm going to start off with my Rapha number 15 brush, and I'm going to go into this lightest shade here, and we'll just have a play and see how these go. So this one is sort of like that satin sheen type of finish. Probably won't be able to see this colour much on camera, but it does give a lovely finish and they are blending really nicely. So I'll possibly use that shade maybe as a highlight for the inner corner as well. And I'm going to take now my Rapha number 14 brush. I'm going to go into this lighter sort of brown shade and start to add a bit of depth. I didn't come here to worry, I didn't come here to care, but the look in your eyes, is the look in my eyes. And using that same shade, I'm just going to take my Rapha number 3 brush and initially put some under my eye. I'll also use the darker colour as well, but I'm going to layer them and just start off with this lighter brown shade first. These shadows are blending really, really beautifully, and I think they are really pretty colours, but I want to get into the darkest colour here. So I'm going to take the Sonia G Worker 3 and just place some of this shadow on the outer corner of my eye and a bit above. I'll probably blend it out a bit as well. I'm just going to blend that out a little bit. This is the Chukahudu blending brush, and it may look like I'm pressing hard, but this brush is super soft and it does a great job at just softening out eyeshadow. And with that same dark shadow, I'm gonna just go over the other colour that I put on my lower lash line. And now we'll get into this gorgeous gold colour. This is the Sonia G Builder 3 brush. I'm going to try this one first and see how that applies the shadow. And I just put some of that lighter colour, this is more of that champagne colour, I just added a bit in a corner, and that does a really beautiful job of highlighting there. Now next I would normally line my upper eyelid with the darkest colour in a quad, if there is a dark enough colour, and that would be this one here. But I want to use one of the eyeliners today, so I'm going to do that instead. And I'm going to use the Khaki Metal colour. I think that will go really beautiful with the gold eyeshadow. So I had heard that these eyeliners were a slightly different formula. I didn't feel that they were any different putting them on. They're just as smooth. And this khaki, it looks gorgeous, and I love it with the gold as well. And now that I've got the whole eyeshadow quad on and the eyeliner done, I think it looks really, really beautiful. So now I'm just going to finish the rest of my makeup off camera. Got to put on my mascara and blush and lipstick. I have already got on foundation and my concealer and powder. So I'll do that and then I'll be back. And this is the finished look. The mascara I used is the Chanel Le Volume mascara. I've talked about this many times now. I love this mascara. For the blush, I decided to use the Tom Ford one, and that's in the colour Ravish. I really love this blush, and I only purchased it about 3 weeks ago, but I've used it a lot since I got it. It tends to go with a lot of looks, and it just blends beautifully, this blush. I love the Tom Ford blushes. And for my lipstick, I just put on a very neutral one underneath and then a gloss on top. So I used the Tarte Beach Babe one. I really like these formulas. But for the gloss on top, I used the Tom Ford Sunlust Lip Gloss. This is really, really beautiful. Now you can use this gloss on its own or over the top like I have. And once you initially put it on, it has sort of a sheer colour, but it does change and have more of a peachy undertone after a couple of minutes. And since I've bought this, I've used this quite a few times as well. I think it's a really stunning gloss, and I thought it would go really well with the gold eyeshadow as well. So I'm just going to do one final very light powder. I'm going to take the BK Beauty 102 brush and just give it a very light swirl using the Chanel Natural Finish Loose Powder, and just a very light dusting all over. And that's it. It's all finished now, and I really love the final look. The shadows are really beautiful. They are different to the other Chanel quads that I have. I don't have a huge collection. I think now I've probably got about 5 or 6 of their quads. I really love this gold colour. It is really soft, and it also blended beautifully, and I actually got more punch of colour out of this quad than I thought I was going to get. And I love the eyeliner, and I'm pleased I chose that khaki metal colour. I think it goes really well. And out of the few different eyeliners that I have, the Chanel ones are definitely up there with my favourites, if not my favourite eyeliners, because they have these beautiful colours, but also the fact that they go on smooth and they don't transfer. And going on smooth is quite important, especially when you've got more mature skin and the skin on your eyes moves a bit. So the smoother the eyeliner, the better. But sometimes when you get a smooth eyeliner, they don't last that well. But the Chanel has both, the smooth and last really well. So overall, I'm very happy with the products that I bought. In my next video, I will use the other Chanel quad that I bought. But until then, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you next time. Bye.